Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Gettys Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome back. Welcome in. You've got The Local Show. Thank you for spending some time with us. We know you have better things to do, but the fact that you make a conscious decision to spend time on the radio with us or whatever device you're listening to.
You know, maybe their radio broke. They can't change the station.
Yeah, that's right.
And
no.
they're having leg spasms and they can't get out of bed. How do we know that they've consciously...
Nobody has a radio anymore. You're the only one with a radio.
People have radios?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's devices. It's a device.
Yeah.
You can see us on YouTube as well. So if you're bombing around on the internet, whether it's your telephone, your tablet, or your
8-track player,
yeah. Go on YouTube and look up Zoey Advertising, and you can cut through all the fun stuff and check it out. Because we have pictures of us, moving pictures, they call those in your day, Steve.
With sound.
Yes, moving pictures with sound.
Like and subscribe. We're giving away coffee cups.
Coffee cups?
Yeah, like and subscribe on there, and you get a...
maybe an electric car?
Picking out, no, not an electric car, a coffee cup, a Local Show mug, very, very popular, very stylish.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm holding one up if you're watching. No, there's one over there.
I got one, see?
There you go. Okay, he's got it. Okay, yeah. Yours is dirty. Look at all the stuff on it.
Well, yeah, because it's a real used coffee cup. Okay. There you go. We're going to talk with Natasha Schmidt right now. She's the co-owner of Rubberstone, New York, with her husband, John. We don't see John anymore. Do you have him locked away?
Yes, in the root cellar.
Yes.
Do people still have root cellars?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
That's where the radio is.
Where they store their 8-track player.
Did they have, where are you originally from? You're Ohio, right?
Ohio, yeah.
They have root cellars out there.
We have root cellars, yep.
Bill Codors?
Yep.
You were a country girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You got to put on your mud boots to get down into the cellar. And
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. RubberstoneNY.com. You have lots of pictures on the website. This is Natasha, ladies and gentlemen, and she's been on before. Tell us a little bit about your background and what Rubberstone is so that people can catch up. That's catch up, not catch up.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification.
Sure.
So me personally, I have a background in customer service. So with Rubberstone, New York, I do oversee the customer service, the sales, the overall office operations. But what we are is we're a family-owned and operated company. Mm-hmm. Just a small group of people out to cover your ugly concrete, asphalt, wood, and paving stones. One granule of rubber at a time.
Sure.
What we offer is a poured-in-place safety surface. Goes right over your existing surface to create a longer-lasting, more decorative, usable new surface.
Sure. And let me explain to people even further. I'll unpack that. So we have Rubberstone on our walkway that used to be cobblestone. Very typical. A lot of people have cobblestone around here, and you can tell because they have weeds and twigs and everything growing up in between the cracks. So it was pretty mutilated and it was old and deteriorated. They came in, covered it with rock and rubber. Beautiful. And it even has like a decorative edge. So one color is on the edging and then another color on the main body. So we just had that rain during the week. We had that kind of rain and ice, and it was so slippery out, like you couldn't even grab your car door. It was all, right?
Yep.
And then the asphalt on our driveway, woof, you didn't want to go out on there. Like the dog, I let the dog out, and he slipped and slid.
Was it fun to watch?
It was fun to watch, I got to be honest with you. But so all that, but I stepped on my Rubberstone with no salt, no nothing, and I was able to walk across it, no slips, no skids, no nothing.
Same thing just happened to me and my 8-year-old. So we have rubber on our walkway too.
Yes.
And when we got to where the driveway meets the rubber walkway, he goes around to get into the car, and it was like watching one of those Looney Tunes cartoons with his little legs just like plopping out in front of him, and like he's trying to catch himself.
Sure.
And
So I can't say enough about it. It's just, a wonderful product. And if you're at all, thinking about deteriorating concrete around the house, get out there, get a quote.
Well, let me
and check it
top
out.
yours, Tom.
Okay. Go
Okay,
ahead.
because
this is what it is right now.
Yeah,
Top each other's
let's
stories.
try.
put rubber stone on the wall up at camp.
Yes.
Okay, and
Was it a break wall
The
or
concrete,
a,
right? The wall that's kind of. It's not really a break wall. It's kind of the wall that fortifies our property there, and it's concrete, and it was starting to crumble and
Yes.
other things, and we put rubber stone over there, so that stopped all it going
Yes.
downhill because
Yeah.
it would have just continued to do that,
Yeah.
and ultimately we would have had to replace the whole wall, right?
Right.
And when it rained and got frozen, I have no idea because we're not at camp in the winter.
Okay, right.
I'm
But
sure it's fine.
I bet it's just fine. I bet it's
sure
just
it's
fine.
So that also speaks to what could go on in a garage. So it's probably a good idea to have it in the garage, and you do a lot of garages, right?
Yeah, garages make up well over 80% of our residential business.
Oh gosh, I didn't know it was that much.
For a number of different reasons, it's tolerant to salt exposure.
Right.
It can handle being used in a residential setting. So in and out with the cars, residential O's and spills it can handle.
Yeah, I was going to say, what if you got oil and gasoline or whatever?
Yeah,
on
so it would, if it's substantial, you would just dab it up with a shop rag, maybe flush it out. We do require a once a year pressure wash on all of our materials anyway.
Gotcha.
So let's say worst case scenario, you're going to have to pressure wash out that area.
Yeah.
But typically, if you can catch it and just dab it up with shop rags and maybe use like Dawn dish soap,
Yeah,
it's totally fine.
that's pretty excellent.
Yeah, but
Is it different? Is the garage different than the basement floor? Is it the same stuff or is it different stuff?
same stuff, different concept.
Okay.
So it's all rubber. I mean, we have other products we can do in your basement. Our Sierra Stone is probably more chosen because it's decorative. But rubber stone is great and it is warmer.
Right.
But it's all about, color ratios and, different binders. We use a very strong industrial binder to drive on, where we're going to use something that's more, UV stable, for higher color applications like a basement or pool deck.
Right. And as far as your rubber stone getting a scrape in it or scratch or whatever, should people be concerned about that? You drag a couch, like say it was in the basement, and you drag a couch over it, and would it put a gash in it? Like on a wood floor?
I mean, you'd have to have that couch loaded down with like a couple mules, and maybe a hippo. It's going to take a lot of weight other than just sliding the couch around
that's
on both
cool.
the stone and the rubber.
Nice. So
yeah,
durability is a big factor.
Oh, yeah, it's huge. So a lot of the basements we do, we'll have to do half and half. So they'll put their pool table and their couch on one side. We'll do half the floor. Then they just scoot the items back onto the new floor,
Right.
while we do the other half. And that's a big question, like, ooh, can I scoot this?
Right.
Like, can we pull this table? Can we pull this couch?
Sure.
Yeah, there's no issue.
No
And you
issues.
can do that in the winter.
Yeah,
Right.
basements we
You're not
we
going to
can
do the outside, but you
year-round.
can do that stuff in the winter.
And how
Yeah.
long does it take? About 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Yeah, as long as a bathroom remodel. No, basements can be done in one day, but like I
Wow.
said, with everybody's belongings down there, it's more common
Yeah.
to do half, and then we wait 72 hours for the floor to fully cure.
Yes.
And then we come back and do the second half. But most generally, all of our jobs are done in one day.
Great. So in Italian, we would say that's a couple 2-3 days. that's what we say. A couple 2-3. All right. That's nice. Are you going to be at the home show this year? And when is it?
Absolutely. When is it? The home show is March, right?
Mar- yeah,
it's
it's like
the
the
third
March.
weekend. It's right around St.
16,
Patrick's
17,
Day.
somewhere in there.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
around St. Patrick's Day. But yeah, we'll be there. We got ourselves a nice front row aisle view spot.
great.
So yeah, look
And you'll
for
be
all the color.
displaying. Yeah, you'll be
And
displaying.
people can touch it and feel it and
Roll
understand.
on it.
Yeah. I think some people don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I think they're like,
They have to
I
see
didn't
what it
know
is.
there was
I mean, I
something
still
to
get accused of selling cookies. Like people come up like, "Oh, are you selling cookies?"
it. That's because of the samples, right?
Yeah, the little round samples.
Little like cookies. Right, I
Yeah.
liked them because you could throw them.
Yes.
The samples.
Figures you like
Yeah, I
that.
like you launch them.
All
Yeah,
right.
so you and 12-year-olds, that's what we're tracking.
That's Natasha Schmidt right there. She's the co-owner of Rubber Stone, New York. She does have a husband, honestly, and John is out there running the crews and stuff. You may not see him much because she keeps him whoosh,
That's
out
right.
there working. All right, rubberstoneny.com, rubberstoneny.com. Natasha, have a great rest of the day.
You do the same. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Coming up, we're going to be talking with attorney John Murphy, owner of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. We got Chris and Andrea DeVita. They're the owners of Salt City Bread. And then Doug Lalone is the owner of the Preserve at 405 restaurant. He'll be coming up all in hour number 2. And hour number 2 starts soon. Stick around.